And I think we live in a backwards world. And the reason I say that, let me pull this up real quick. Again, outdoor studio, by the way. Ryan, this is from Axios, The Scoop. YouTube reverses its misinformation policy to allow U.S. election, quote, denialism. YouTube apparently, Ryan, you know all the videos that we've done and we're like, oh shit, this isn't good for YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And then we put them on Rumble, and Rumble's fine because Rumble believes in things like free speech. YouTube had a policy for the longest time that you couldn't deny the election, say it was fraud, so we always had to dance around it and wink and all this. But apparently that policy is going away. In a reversal of its election integrity policy, YouTube will leave up content that says fraud, errors, or glitches occurred in 2020 presidential election and other U.S. elections, the company confirmed to Axios on Friday.
Is this them admitting that there was fraudulent things happening during the election, low key?
No, I don't think so. I think what it is I think YouTube's moving on to bigger and better things, Ryan. I think this.
And what is that, David?
Well,
VR, YouTube VR.
Don't you worry. I think we're going to be seeing very shortly what the next is yet to come. Weirdly enough, as YouTube is starting to allow this, I know we were for a long time talking about things like Elon Musk and Elon Musk's Twitter, and recently, Elon Musk got in a little bit of trouble with the folks at Daily Wire. Did you hear about this?
No. Nope. The right is now eating itself. Was Ben Shapiro the infiltration?
Well, here's what was going to happen. They were going to air Matt Walsh's documentary from the Daily Wire. Why can I not drag this down? It's making me mad. They were going to air Matt Walsh's documentary, What is a Woman? And
on Twitter.
Yes, correct.
Just like what Tucker did, right?
Yes.
Something. Okay.
Yeah, what Tucker's supposed to be doing. And originally, Elon Musk and Twitter said, "Oh yeah, come on, we'll get it promoted. You can give me some money, I'll promote it. I'll make sure people see it." And then what they did was, according to Jeremy Boring, was give the money back and say, "We're not going to do that." I don't know if the globalist World Economic Forum new CEO had anything to do with this, but apparently people are mad because then Elon Musk and Twitter then reversed their reversal to allow it, and now What is a Woman is a smash hit on Twitter. I don't know what to make any of this.
Well, David, isn't it crazy that we're told from the very people that are now, it's just Veep, guys. It's just Veep, guys. It's not House of Cards like you're thinking. It's just not House of Cards. And then I'm going to do House of Cards with my business partner and hide behind all these probably copyright things or whatever. And maybe they're right, whatever. I don't care. But yeah, if the right's message, if Ben Shapiro, if Daily Wire's thing is about promoting conservative values and getting an outreach, and if it is everything they're trying to say, push these very things to promote growth and all this stuff, why wouldn't you want it on Twitter when you've obviously seen the success of Ron DeSantis and the Tucker announcement? Now, granted, I just want to make reference before I go further. YouTube has changed their CEO, and so has Twitter within the time of last election and now. So I think that's also relevant. So I wonder if some of this misreversal and stuff and some of these expanding ideas are policies already in place. Like that.
I'm not sure because my understanding of the new YouTube CEO is he's even worse than Susan Wojcicki. So I don't know. We'll see, I guess. But this is a step in the right direction for YouTube. I don't have any faith in YouTube at all. I'm not thinking this is some big change that's coming to YouTube.
Is this so that they don't get sued because there is more and more proof coming out, allegedly, or some people believe, or they're trying to prove and they're trying to spread the message?
Well, on that front, I mean, they are being actively sued. I mean, I know Crowder has had the lawsuit ongoing. I don't know. I know it takes time for these things to come to light, but I think they've been in a long legal battle for quite some time now. And I'm sure he's not the only one.
I just want to round out a thought, David, quickly about Daily Wire and Twitter. If their real message is about promoting those values and stuff, and then they fight Twitter about it to like keep it from reaching as many people as possible. What are we supposed to think? And then you end up doing it anyway. So then you just look weak fucking willed to begin with. Like, what are we supposed to think with your messaging here? Like, now granted, they do put out a lot of free content, so we can't necessarily hit them. But why wouldn't, like, we have never looked at Twitter as a place for this style of content, which is why it could be so impactful and was so impactful, is because we're not used to these 2-hour movie style Twitter things. And then we can all tweet and hashtag. Imagine watching Game of Thrones together with everybody on Twitter all at one time. So when someone dies, you're able to comment in real time with millions of people. Like,
yeah, it's a total different social experience.
Yeah, I really can't wait till we do the Constitutional Convention crisis on Twitter. It's going to be lovely. I can't wait for the tweets on that.
But these things have been happening for a while now on places like YouTube, and Twitter's broadening its horizons. We said when Elon took over, he's not going to just leave it Twitter. I mean, it'd be the dumbest thing in the world to buy Twitter and then just be Twitter. He was going to grow it into something else. So that's what's coming down the pike, and we're seeing it now. With Tucker Carlson doing his shows on Twitter, and with Daily Wire having What is a Woman on Twitter, obviously for Pride Month, which it is, for all our Pride-friendly friends. But it was interesting to see. I thought the timing of everything was interesting. It was interesting to see YouTube reverse its misinformation policy, and then to see Twitter reverse its free speech policy that it reversed and then reversed and reversed. And you said from a while ago, you know, Elon seems to be saying the right things, but we're going to keep an eye on him. I mean, I personally, I still think Elon, if nothing else, I think he is a believer in free speech. My guess of what happened was Elon. I don't think Elon was directly involved at first, and my guess would be he stepped in when he saw what happened.
Yeah, do you think he wants free speech to happen so he has more data to collect to put the fucking robot chip in my head?
Very possible, Ryan. I wouldn't put it past him. Very possible.
It's also interesting with the YouTube policy. I wonder if like they had this thing, right? YouTube has these curriculum for their terms of use because they're a private company, apparently, allegedly, falsely, and so
they're private. They're just controlled by the public.
Yeah, they put a pause on necessarily what can be and can't be said on the internet and all these things about very particular subjects, right? And now it makes me question, now that they've allowed the brakes to be taken off these things, do they have all their portals in place? Do they have all the roadblocks? Do people not care already? Like, I don't think YouTube is doing this out of the goodness of their heart, or
no.
Maybe this is a lobbying effort by somebody somewhere. Someone powerful is like, yeah, just
maybe it's minor level of appeasement.
Is this let them eat cake, kind of?
Possibly. It could. My guess is it's some minor level of appeasement, and it's done so publicly, so they could be like, "Look, we're also pro free speech. Come on in, do your show."
Or, little pro conservative here, David. Or is YouTube seeing all of the backlash that is being caused by Bud Light and things?
Bud Light and Target and everybody that goes woke.
And they now see that like they are potentially swinging whole markets, and so Rumble is growing. I'm assuming, I don't know the numbers of Rumble personally, but I'd only imagine the amount of people using Rumble is only getting larger.
Sure.
So it's interesting.
Sure. Well, I guess the good news is, Ryan, the show's just about over. Obviously, we've said what we need to say, but I think we should take a quick advantage of this reversal of YouTube's election misinformation policy. And Ryan, for the first time on YouTube, can you freely tell us what you feel about the election?
I genuinely believe that they stole the election from the people of America, because the virus that was enacted on the world was not 100% true.
Oh, I don't know if we could talk. Well, hold on. Don't.
But they're linked.
It was it was a reversal of the election. I don't think.
All right. I'll start over.
I don't know how the World Health Organization feels about
they
the virus.
They stole the election from people. Now, whether they actually altered election results, I don't have proof of that. Do I put it past them? No. Quite honestly, I wouldn't doubt them, considering the graph I seen when I woke up in the morning defied all laws of fucking logic.
Oh, the 90-degree angle straight up graph?
Yeah. All the same. Yeah, I think they stole the election. We know why. And I also have theories that I'll get to later in this week. But I don't know, David. It's interesting. What do you generally think now that you can actually say your opinion, other than
This is so great to be on YouTube and be able to talk about the election. Uh, at at the very least, the government colluded with big tech companies to silence people's speech to change the outcome of the election. That was the least case scenario, right? At worst, they literally stole the election with false votes. Either way, they stole the election.
Yeah. And I think we got a guy that falls down now. Dave Ryan, December 17th, 73. Catch us Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, as always. David and I will be there. David, thank you for your time. See you, brother.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Ryan.
I can actually promote YouTube now, like fully. I can actually.